batteries. We always need them for our cameras, our monitors, or whatever else you're going to be using on set. Maybe a power bank for your lights, who knows. But they're also one thing that is very hard to review because it's a battery. Like, does it work? Doesn't it work? How long does it last? That's the basics, right? You're gonna have the people that care about if it's a PD 3.0 or what the wattage is and all that. And those are very important, but like, I can mention all those things. I can show you a battery, like this smaller one that we're about to talk about. And you know, cool, that's great. But like, at what point, like, does this video need to be 10 minutes long? And with that introduction, let's talk about it. This is the SmallRig NPF L series battery, the 970. You can just see it is this cool green color. It also comes in orange and black. So if you want something with a nice little color pop, this is definitely the one to get. It's rated at 10,500 ohms, so it's gonna last you quite a while. If you have something like the Atmos Ninja, I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace for like $300. Sometimes you can get a steal when you buy used versus having to buy it brand new, just to make sure it's in good working condition. But the cool thing is that this can go straight on to the power bank right here, right? Now we have this cool little setup, and you see that little flare we have with that green and that black. Now it could be all black or it could be orange if you got the orange one, but you just see how cool that is? That looks a lot better to me than it being all black. I just love that color. So what are some things to know about this? We've got a USB-C on one side and a USB-A on the other. And you can actually simultaneously charge with that. But the other cool feature is if you have it on something like an Atmos Ninja or monitor or your camera, whatever you're gonna use, you can actually have it on here and still use these outlets, whether it's the USB-C or the USB-A, to charge your camera while the monitor's on. To me, that's awesome. So all we're gonna do is go and hit our power button on our monitor. Now we can see our monitor's on. So if you have this on a desk or on the back of your camera and you need to charge it, here's your USB-C port right here. And the quick thing to know about this USB-C port is actually that it's a PD 3.0 input, so it can actually allow for faster charging. And this part is actually a 5V USB-A output with maximum output of 27 watts. And with this USB-C or USB-A, you can actually charge at the same time you're using the monitor. So our monitor is on, and all I have to do is go over here and plug it in to the USB-C outlet or whatever outlet you're gonna be using. And now we're actually gonna be seeing that green light turn on, and we can see that our camera is charging, right? So if I hit the button, we're gonna see it pop up, right? Fast charge right there. So we're actually gonna be able to sit this down and let it charge while we're using this. So you're gonna be able to do that with your cameras. And if you're ever shooting a wedding or doing some type of client work and all of a sudden you don't have enough battery power, this is gonna come in handy because sometimes, yeah, it's nice to have your monitor so you have a little bigger of a screen to be looking at and seeing false color or focus peaking if you're pulling manual focus and all that. But it's a little more important that your camera batteries don't die. So that's where these parts come in great handy because sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that extra power into your camera battery versus having this. And this thing will last a monitor 3 to 4 hours. You might have to cut that in half if you're charging it with your camera. At least you have that option to do it. The outside is actually fire resistant and it has overcharge protection, which is a great safety feature. It's also a 76.65 wattage capacity if you wanted to get further into the weeds. Another thing that's cool is this percentage part on the front. Lets you know how much percentage of battery you have left. Sometimes these other ones show it like the battery and like 4 marks on there so you know. I'd rather know the percentage because sometimes it's easier to know the percentage that you're at, okay, I'm at 20% than if I'm at 1 bar left. But overall, it's a battery. It lasts about 3 to 4 hours on the Atmos Ninja using consecutively. And it can also be used as a power bank. So if you decide you don't need it at all and you just want to use it as a power bank to charge your cell phone or anything like that, this is also going to come in handy because it is nice when you have something that's an L series battery for your monitors, but it also can be used as a power bank because that's what happens. Sometimes you don't need your monitor that day, but you might need a power bank. But that's all I got today about this battery. And if this was helpful, hit that thumbs up button. And if you've got a question, drop a comment down below. I'd love to answer. But I'll see y'all in the next one, and maybe we'll do some more tutorials. How does that sound? I think that is where we need to go with some of this because I've been doing a lot of reviews lately and not as many tutorials. So I think we're going to jump into that next. But I hope this was helpful. God bless. I'll see you in the next one.